What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and I am just finishing a chest workout, and I wanted to talk about the current state of what is happening right now with this virus and where this is going to be going, in my opinion. Because I've lived a different life than most people for quite a while, I feel like. And I think it gives me a little bit of an outside perspective at seeing the world, because I don't live the same way most people live. For example, I was saving over 70% of every dollar I made last year. And I enjoy working on my stuff 7 days a week. These are things that I like to do. So, with that being said, if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and for those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. Okay, so, currently, I believe we have around the highest unemployment in the world, near the top, right? The United States does. So, what kind of fundamentally happened is, if you were to ask your parents, or your aunts, or somebody's opinion that you respected, you asked several people, do you think it's worth it to go to college? Right? And I think at this point, everybody knows it's not fucking worthwhile. That system of going to college is breaking. And we're going through the acceleration of that breaking through what is known in economics as like creative destruction, right? In capitalism, creative destruction. And what ends up happening when there's a boatload of people who are not working? Well, fundamentally, you have a shitload more people that are not in the same system. So, these people have to find something to do. And that, in and of itself, of understanding what you need to do to make things work in your life because you don't have a paycheck anymore, I think is going to bring hopefully, a big, depending on how much the government tries to get involved, a big sense of responsibility to a giant portion of the population, hopefully, because there's no job waiting for you anymore. It is another world, and the world that has been creeping up at the same time as this other system was breaking, called school, was the internet. And when you think about that, the internet has been going on for a while now, and there is so many players out there in the market who are so incredibly bloated and inefficient brands with utilizing the internet to have a business, that these giant bloated companies don't need all this extra labor in place. And all these people who are not going to be working have to go take responsibility to make income. So we're going to have this big shift from one system, the school or college, to another system of just making custom solutions for people online. Because when you think about capitalism, what is it? It's a person with some level of self-awareness to understand what the market needs for a solution. So that creates a self-awareness just by understanding a portion of the market that needs to be served, whether it is shoveling a driveway or going and creating a product online or infotainment system online, and utilizing this other skills to make a living. There's literally tens of thousands of different ways to use the internet to make money. And a job isn't so appealing anymore. Think about how risky it is to have one source of income. I work for myself. I have multiple sources of income. It is amazing. I don't have the same, I'm not saying it couldn't go that way eventually, but I would much rather have multiple sources of income to Diversify, which is almost like in economics, that's like I can have my cake and eat it too, is diversification. In finance, that's like I can have my cake and I can eat it too. If you're diversifying in a way that the market hasn't recognized yet, there's a tremendous opportunity because the returns are just crazy. And that has been what's happening with the internet for quite a long time. And we're at that brink, we're at that turning point where the old system's breaking much more fastly, like it's just crumbling. There's a lot of money in the system. So we're at this point where something's going to be happening, and this is the new world. And the new world, I believe, is honestly going to be a way better spot. Think of a giant portion of the population finally taking responsibility for their lives. And that responsibility trickling out throughout the rest of the countries and the world, taking their own responsibility in every way, shape, and form, right? Because they gotta make money. They gotta figure it out. They gotta learn. They gotta step the fuck up, right? So that's gonna be a good thing. I think the new way of doing things is gonna be very good. It's just there's a process that whoever can adapt faster is gonna be able to win. And not everybody's gonna want to adapt, but this is what's happening. You can see it in a macro level. If you guys appreciate this, make sure you heart or like wherever this is posted. Peace.